We're about ready at this point to go ahead and begin the animation for the rest of the Vinny character. We've animated the cat, we've got some cycling animations for playing with money, and now it's time to go ahead and get this interaction between Vinny and the cat for this short little segment, part of a larger animation. Then we'll go ahead and later jump into animating the law enforcement or the shadow type character that's coming and looking for him. I'm going to go ahead and step forward to frame 1. This left hand is in position now to start dropping money, and what I want to do is select Vinny the character, and then go ahead and get his arm and his hand up by his face so that we can see that, he's kind of bored and he's waiting around. So I'll grab the bone manipulation tool, and let's go ahead and get this a little bit flexed up so we can get it near his face. Something that's pretty obvious right here is that the proportions of Vinny to the scene are different. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to import components in their own separate layers so I could modify them inside the scene. Let's take a look at a couple things. One is I may want to bring up the chair so that it rides higher in the scene and we can see it, because I think we're going to have to make the table a little bit larger. So we've got a common sense type of juncture right up here by the elbow. So let me go ahead and pop into the scene here real quickly and see what we need to change. Collapse a couple of these and make it smaller. Okay, the chair itself, frame 1, I'm going to pull this up and over. Now, the chair is short. All the effects we've applied to the chair are traveling with it, so that's nice. Let's go ahead, and I could actually do this on frame 0. I may want to do that. Undo this. Let's go back a little ways. And grab the chair. I'll go ahead and bring out. Seeing his elbows about right here, I know I'm going to need to have the table up a little bit higher. Now the bottom of the table clips here at the base. If I had been maybe a little bit smarter when I created the original assets, I would do a full round table, but there's still some ways we can work with this. Let's take a look. Close up the head. I know the table's in front of that. There we go. I had done this at a much higher resolution, and one of the reasons is that we're going to be zooming the camera into the scene. But another nice little feature is that I can go ahead and change size and proportions of things just like this and not change any of the dynamics of the scene. The money staying where it is, our animation will be the same. We just happen to have a little bit of a larger table right now. And we'll have to see how this plays in with our cat. We may need to actually make a few little adjustments here. I'll lower this down just a touch, and I need to bring the chair back down. So let me collapse Vinny here real quick. And let's bring this down. Okay, let's step forward to frame 1 and see if this is going to behave a little bit better for us. Gosh, his elbow's still up there. It's going to be the best way to do this. Let me go ahead and click through the scene here a little bit. Our cat comes up, so I really can't move the table angle too much right there. Let's see if we can cheat just a little bit more. Come back to frame 0. Select the table. And maybe I can go ahead and rotate this just a little bit. So it's cast into perspective, potentially. And then maybe make it even a little bit larger still. It's almost at 100% there. Now, if we go ahead and scrub this. Now, the character is behind the table. The arm is not actually in front, or we can't set it on the table. So close is going to have to be good enough for that. So this changes the dynamic just a little bit of the scene, but we'll still be able to do all the animations the way we want to. When this renders out, let's see how this is going to look. Make sure it's not too odd or anything like that. Maybe I can lower it down just a little bit so we're at the edge there. We also need to change the hand, but just doing a sanity check. Let's get back to frame 1 and zoom in on our scene just a little so we can see what's going on. I will take Vinny's arm here and pull it down just a little bit. Let me expand this just a little bit. The bone manipulation tool, that would solve a lot of problems, wouldn't it? Getting close here, I'm going to grab the hand bone and move this, but we need to swap the hand. So for the hand right, let's come up, select our switch layer tool, and do hand at rest. So we've got him waiting. Okay, that's set up. That's starting to work right now. And as we go ahead and move this, the cat pops up. Back out of the scene just a little bit. Get the cat looking at what's going on, and then what we're going to do is animate Vinny interacting with the cat just a little bit. I can see at the very end here, since I have played with the table just a little bit, I need to get our cat lower. So it's these types of fine-tuning things that you begin with as you get into the scene. Let's go ahead and fix the cat first. The cat's low enough at the beginning, so we're going to come back here, choose cat, which is going to be under the table. He's not in front of Vinny, he's behind Vinny. Close that, make it easier to find. Cat rigged. We're at the last frame right here for the cat, and what I'll do is, let's move this layer down just a little bit. And we'll leave it there. Next steps are going to be finishing up Vinny, and then we can go ahead and concentrate on the last remaining components of the scene.